Crash is back. Well, okay, now I'm back. At a frame. Not so long this time, finally. Well, nothing crazy new or anything like that, but a couple things over the holidays. Speaking of which, hope y'all had a really good 4th. If it wasn't, crazy and lights and explosions and all that in your own yard, hopefully it was around you and it wasn't bothering you. You had a good night. I guess the reason for making this video is a little bit of mental, like usual, and update on the leg since my newborn just had his 1-month checkup. Crazy. That little guy, that little forearm heater has already been here for that long. I mean, I know it's not that long, but for me, it's like, wow, he just came to the world the other day. Just the other day. But seeing on that time limit is about the same time since shortly after, I got my new right one. I had the new set from that last video, but we got the newest one on the right side, and it's been good. It's been good on the bottom, especially with that horrible pinching feeling in the bottom, whatever it is. Good old voice. That's gone. The only thing is something I've had to deal with kind of in and out a lot throughout this whole stretch or whatever. It's been, 4 years now? Not since, both amputations, but the start of the process, whatever. It's, whatever it is, I don't want to show you all the whole thing because, I don't know, it's weird, I guess. If you can hear me, my knee itself is just, it's there. It's there. It's got a bunch of hardware in it. This side's like, and there's a big scar, and then, bone cement, a bunch of screws and bolts, and then there's the rod that goes up, and all that cool stuff. I can show y'all if I can reach down and grab the socket. Here's another one, old school with the one-way valve on there. I do miss this guy, having that button, it's kind of like a decompression valve. You just relieve all that pressure, like kicking the boots off at the end of the day, But the new one, if I haven't already said, it's got it built into the bottom. So where that hole is right there, the other one, it's almost like a hockey puck right underneath there. So that's kind of cool. I do miss having the button though, because I can't just, but whatever, I'd roll the sleeve down, do whatever. It's almost like, if I can get back on topic, the edge of this is sideways and it's into my knee. Like, best way I can explain it. I had that doctor's appointment today, just pain management or whatever, but it's about a 40-minute ride. It's a good ride too, even though they're tearing up more of the old Florida back roads and putting those wonderful subdevelopments. No offense to y'all that live in them, you can reach out your window and touch your neighbor's house, whatever. I just, I don't really think, I don't know, but I don't really think you can put that back. You can tear it all down again, whatever. Anywho, it just thinks, those used to be just straight long, cows and orange fields or orange groves and just beautiful swamp, good stuff. I rode out there, and by the time I got to my doctor's, my right leg was throbbing. And perfect point to clarify, by the way, I don't think I have, I'm sure all of y'all got pretty tough skin, but when I say cry and whine and whatever, that's my own tolerances. I got ink all over the place, but if the dentist or the doctor pulls out that syringe that for whatever reason looks like they haven't changed since 1950, I'm on the floor. I'm done. And not because I can't walk too well, but I can't stand that stuff. So y'all have your own pain tolerances and all that stuff. There's some stuff I can take and just not care. And there's other stuff that just, we'll save that. Maybe for my pride. But with that clarified now a little bit, with my own tolerance levels, it was just, I don't know, like almost with, you could feel your pulse. It was like I could feel that with the boom, and just kind of limping into the doctor's office, which I haven't done in a while. I walk just like the ducks in the backyard, but not usually that rough. I mean, unless I'm on a long ride or I'm standing for a while or whatever. But I don't know. I gotta see. I'll try to make this short, but I've been trying since the start of this, when I I guess I think I got a hang of it. I got the hang of it. Where this relief cut is in the back, which is obviously for your leg to bend, or else it has nowhere to bend. I wanted to make it the same all the way around. And I got really close with the other company, almost to the point of where your knee is supposed to sit, almost down that far. So what I'm going to try to do, at least at this point, I think the best bet is when I'm up for my new set of sockets for both sides. I don't know if you can, but it'd be cool if they're both, they both need to be replaced, if we could do it around the same time. So it's not like, oh cool, I got this one, and 7-8 months later I get the left, you know what I mean? Just kind of get used to them both so I can hopefully, I don't know. You'd think I'd know how this all works by now. But let me get back here a little bit and clarify. Just so I can get around better with my kids. I went to a cool little place. I don't know if y'all ever heard of it, but John's Pass. It's down here. It's nice. Good food. I mean, it's pricey tourist stuff, but it's really nice. It's really cool to go out there. It's just with the other side of the family. I mean, they wanted to see it. I'm not mad. I'm not upset, but they wanted to sit there and go up to the restaurant, up a couple flights of stairs, which I did, no big deal. And I went down once to go check on my bike because there was too many people in the car and I wouldn't be able to fit. So, I mean, I would, just not extremely comfortable, and everybody else would have been jammed up. My newborn in there too. It's, I guess maybe somebody be grumpy, but bike, 2 wheels, bike. That was a great ride. Back to the beach. It was just too much. I mean, it's been hot down here a lot lately. Somebody pre-ordered August, I guess. It went over 107 on the 4th. It's the feel like temp with the humidity, but it was definitely toasty. And then I'm sure y'all can imagine, this, whatever, it's carbon fiber. Then you got the rubber sleeve, and then you get these things. Yes, I have a couple on my chair. A couple of these things that aren't, they're not thin. They're pretty thick cotton. And those are what I got, a 5-ply and 3-ply. Some of y'all know. I got to do, 3 of those. Never mind the ply. 3 of those on the left side, and then I got to do half of one at the bottom. Well, obviously at the bottom. I guess you can do both, but at the bottom, and then one more on the right side. And then you got the wetsuit that goes, damn near up to my hips. So it was just toasty. The ride wasn't bad, an hour or so. So that wasn't it. It was just the heat, and then up and down the stairs, and there's sand and rocks to sit on the beach. So I don't know, watching everybody swim and do whatever, which is fine, and had the other side of the family down. So a couple of them were sitting with the newborn, my newborn son, and myself, of course, obviously. And I don't know. I wanted to go out there. I wanted to go swimming with my oldest, and he kept saying, "Hey, Dad, look at this." Hey, blah, blah, blah. And I got sick of it. Stood up and went out to the shoreline, and I was wearing my boots and all that. They're zip tied on. Went out looking for shells and stuff with my oldest. I'm just trying to do something with him. And my youngest was, like I said, with the other side of the family, and he was passed out. He was sleeping, happy, full belly. He was good, and yep. So that was fun, but all that story to tell you that at the 1-month appointment, it's kind of a small room, and y'all might think like, okay, he's talking about the baby, right? No. I got in there and something smelled funny. I don't know what it was, but it was kind of sour. And I was like, I took a shower, I got clean clothes, maybe something with him at the house. Maybe I didn't realize I touched myself with the diaper or something, even though I don't always, but I try to do that fancy rolling up thing, so it's a pretty little present to throw away. Maybe I touched it on myself and I didn't realize, and it's smelling, forgotten angels. Y'all have seen these hats, they're not this color when they're new, so it's definitely, I got some age to it, some sweat there. It wasn't that. And then I remember, so shoot, I went up to at least my boots in the water in the ocean. The right side didn't really smell. The left side was the smell. Especially in the doctor's office, of all places. And then I realized, like I've shown y'all, and if you haven't seen some of my videos, I've shown it. I got a hole in my left boot because I put my boot on top of the shifter and pull back to upshift, and I guess that's where the water went in. So that fishy, salty water was in my boot, sitting all the way on the ride back. The time that we were there, to the reminder, and then however long after that until the 1 month checkup. So hopefully some of y'all got a chuckle out of that, because I mean that made me nauseous. It was pretty bad. I'll put it in a little bit of perspective. I haven't changed my socks in 8 months. I haven't had to deal with my feet smelling in 4 years. I mean, my boots, they smell new all the time for the most part. Sometimes I'll snub out my cigarette and I'll toss it in there because I don't want to throw it on the ground, whatever. But wow, that was rough. That was rough. And of course, like I said, at the doctor's. So at the doctor's, I told him today, I said, I forgot, because of course, I haven't cleaned it yet. I haven't cut the zip ties, pulled it off. And I told the doctor, I said, I know this is weird, it's awkward, but if you smell something, it's me. It's ocean water, there's no way to describe that and make sense. So we got past that. It got out, and it was still kind of hurting, even after sitting in there. I mean, I swear they had the temperature turned down to 20 degrees, but after I warmed up and thawed out a little bit coming outside, I got on the bike and took a breather real quick, and it was still kind of hurting. This is weird. I had to kind of throw up sitting there, but even just sitting there, it felt like this right into the side of my knee. So I thought, whatever. Took the ride back, another 40 minutes back, and well, that's what the GPS says. But I got to thinking, and I know I bounce between the beats and this and that. I'm sorry if you can follow. And I got to talk to my leg doctor. I got to talk to her about processes, about hopefully leveling that top off, taking that top collar off. I've gotten close before, like I said, but I really think that hopefully that'll work. A lot of people that have legs that are made for stuff like when they still want to ride bicycles, mountain bikes and whatever, this relief point back here is cut down a lot more, so you can get that real range of motion that I don't have with my wrist. Range of motion with pedaling. But they say then it sucks for walking because you don't have that support, and I can imagine, I can see, wanting to roll and almost fall forward on your face if you don't have that catching you to pull back. The leg just keeps going. So I don't know, but if this isn't too much as it is right now, and it's designed for walking, then maybe with the rest of this leveled off at that height, that won't be too much. Now, if this was dropped for riding a bike, that old bike, and then I went to that level all the way around, I'm sure that I don't even know how I'd wear it. I don't think it would work. They even told me, and I'm sure y'all seen it in the other video, that the seal inliners, my let's see, and it's not even that much shorter, but it's literally like my left leg is that much shorter than my right, what I have left under the knee. And they said because of that the sealing wouldn't work. I have to have more. So I don't know if it was the other company, not this one now, but the one before, because obviously that would be awesome. I put the liner on and right in, pop them in, stand up, step a couple times, and I'm ready to go. And I did a little duck wobble. That's the best thing I can think of. I got the newborn. If I can try to force myself to stay on point. I got to be able to move. I got to be able to get out there. Now, these aren't going to be like my sea legs or whatever, but I got to be able to walk. I got to be able to do this stuff. Do I think I want to be able to run up and down stairs and, ShamWow with Billy Mays or whoever that was? No. But I mean, if I could just get a couple more minutes, one more day, 1 more hour, anything more in the green than in the red, then we'll go for it. It's kind of the way I look at it. You got the yellow, red, green. So I just try to keep that gauge if I can. And if I have to, I'll just pull it down. But that's where we're at with that, hopefully. And again, too, different days, different things. She asked me to play with these and switching them around, trying to do like the blue ones a 5, the green ones a 3, to try to do a couple 3s, a half of the 3, etc. You kind of get the drift, I think. Just playing with it. It's almost like shimming a starter every day you put your legs on. And I've pretty much given up on shrinkers. I mean, I've had them, I've tried them, I've used them, but at this point, honestly, like, if I have a little bit of gap in these, then I can take that up with shimming. But if I have too much and I can't get my leg in like my old ones, I mean, that speaks for itself. I'm not gonna be able to walk. I'm not gonna be able to do anything. So if I can have something at least that I guess kind of hurts a little bit, I'm not expecting to get away from that, but something that I can just, okay, I'm a little, small today, so don't want a couple socks, do what I got to do. And then some days, too much salt, too much food. I still haven't figured that out. It's like different foods and drinks that I'll wake up and my legs, wow, like crazy different. Where I have to wear one. I've never had to not wear any socks. I'd love for that luxury sometimes, but obviously, like I said, it's nice to have that leeway just in case. You don't want to be too swollen. And you can wear the shrinkers, but even when I was wearing my shrinkers, I'd wear them all night long, and even the whole time up until right when I went to go put on, my legs. I always say put on my boots now, but when I went to go put on my boots, I gotta figure this out. I know I'm stopping it there, but I gotta figure this out, especially for the young, and he ain't even crawling yet, but my oldest is 11. I mean, and for all of that, y'all saying different, I love the Gap. I know I mumbled that a little bit, but everybody says you're crazy, man. You got an 11-year-old and you just had a baby. Well, first of all, just like the 11-year-old, it's not that I avoided taking that turn, but I didn't, you know what I mean. I'm not going to get into it, but it wasn't exactly planned, especially after this time around being rewired and modified. But apparently there's still good doctors and surgeons. But I don't know. I gotta figure this out. And obviously this wasn't planned either. Jeez, I'm talking like this was a normal thing. Like, yeah, when I'm 35, as of February 27th, if anybody's wondering. I'm not that old, but I'm not that young. Yeah, we're gonna go from there. I gotta get a hold of her. I gotta call my leg doctor and see if she'll do that for me. And then that's when I get other sockets. I'd like my left one to be a little tighter, like she remade my right one. This isn't my newest one, but it'd be nice because I'm up to 4 socks on the left side. Yeah, 4 socks on the left side now, and I'm pretty much a half on the right with a full. If I didn't already say that, sorry if I did, but there you go. Pretty good. But it alternates too. It's a half with like a 3 sometimes. Sometimes it's a 5. Sometimes it's halfway through the day and then I have to switch it out, just like mowing. A couple times I'll have to hop on the air conditioner real quick, swap them out, pull a couple shims out, add a couple, and then get back out there. Whatever doesn't hurt as much. It's so funny. And even I just thought of it the other day too. The vacuum seal, right? And then the one-way valve, to keep the vacuum in there. That's what holds my leg in on this style prosthetic. And then I have that sleeve that I keep popping holes in it. So literally, just like my motorcycles and cars, I develop vacuum leaks as well. I mean, I've had a misfire since birth, but we don't talk about that. Anywho, little guy's doing great. I don't think I mentioned, as of that appointment, he's over 8 pounds. Over 8 pounds. I mean, he's still a little forearm heater. I mean, yeah, like that. No. But over 8 pounds, he's doing so good. And he wakes up for diapers and bottles, but he's excellent kid. But I love both my kids. They're mine, of course. I love them both, but they're doing awesome. And even though the other guy slept at the beach, little guy, it's not much you could do anyways. Of course, you give him sand to grab or touch or whatever, and then nothing you can really do. Take pictures, memories, remind him, because he's not going to remember. It was good times and stuff. I got to figure it out. And like I said, I'm not sour or salty towards anybody else besides the smell of my boot, apparently. But yeah, I don't know, man. I got to figure this out. And I don't care if I said this already. Camp out. I can't wait until the camp out. I'm gonna put that down so I stop pointing with it. I can't wait. I know there's a couple of y'all that come up and said that you want to link up next time or whatever. Anybody. If you're willing to put up with me and you can actually hear and understand me, Come on, if I ain't driving or riding, I'll have a couple with you. I don't mind at all, especially if Dwight's over there cooking. Boy, you got me all day long. But I can't wait until this time around. If y'all can make it, please, please make it, please. I, I, mm, I can't do a whole lot, and I hate that word can't, but I'm not able to do a whole lot all the time or whatever to help. But toss it my way. If there's something I can do that'll help anybody anywhere get here. I mean, Florida is a different world. It's not really a state. If you've been here, you know. Uh, but if I can get you down here for Forgotten Angels Camp Out, they don't pay me to do this. They didn't ask me to say this. I'm saying this. I want y'all to come down and visit and see at least once. One uno. I mean, I like two wheels, two boots. You know, two kids. Uh, enough of the silly dad jokes. Please, if you can, come down. And I always say it. I always ask any new people running by, watching, stopping, seeing, disapproving, whatever. Hopefully, approving. You know, 2 thumbs up. Share, please, if you can. Subscribe if you want to. Hit that like button. I feel like one of the ones that do this all the time. You know, million subscribers, this, that, and the other, and sponsors and all that. I'm not, but still, please. And it's always just for the people that might see this, get a laugh out of it, and to get them out of the house one day more than not, you know, or anything. Or make it to the camp out. If I haven't said it enough, man, I love these people. These people are enough payment alone right there. Not that I even request that. David and Cindy, first thing you got to do is look for the really tall guy, David. I mean, he's most likely going to be the tallest one there. And his beautiful wife, Cindy. They're all beautiful people. Man, woman, child, whatever. Please just come. Good food, good drinks, whether it be water or, you know, some good cold bubbly beverages. Say that 10 times fast. Just great people. Great. And motorcycles everywhere. How could you not want to come? It's just awesome. There's kids there. There's adults that are kids there. There's everything. It's Florida too. Like I said, it's a different world. I mean, you'll definitely have stories when you go back wherever it is you come from. Japan, UK, wherever you're coming from. I want to meet you. I want to see you. And even if I don't get to come across to you, if you get to meet David and Cindy and all that, come to Florida, man, that's the best thing. And again, they're not asking me to or telling me to. Tomorrow's Shade Tree's video, supposedly, I think, maybe, possibly, with those other 2 beautiful Harleys. See that number? Boy, it just keeps popping up. That beautiful blue Harley and that beautiful FX. Oh, that red one. Wow. Especially after that new carb. I think he said they threw an Electron on there. Some slight modifications. You know, I happen to like mods on just about everything. Definitely cool. Gotta catch it if you can. That's tomorrow. And I don't know. I want to. I need to. I'd like to. Enter if you can. You don't have to. Just stop by, do whatever you got to do, and watch videos if you like them. You're here for a reason. I don't know why you want to put up with me, but like I always say, I really appreciate it. I appreciate everything. And a lot of y'all's comments, probably, I still get in some pits sometimes. You know, I still get in slumps every once in a while. People still say some real weird things that, I don't know. I'm pretty much a stack of 2x4s, you know, not too much meat here, but stuff still gets through every once in a while. If that made any sense to you. Y'all have helped a lot in every way, and it's cool reaching out to every one of y'all all over, you know, India, Germany, everywhere. I always say it, but y'all know where you live, obviously. Thank you for everything. If you can, like I said, it's 25. I'm pretty sure it's still 25. Go check it out if you want. Forgotten Angels. You'll find the links on every one of their videos, and a lot of y'all already know. But the grand prize, a beautiful house with a big chunk of money, or one of those beautiful motorcycles. It's like Shade Tree's just doing a poker night every weekend with the. I don't know where he finds all these bikes either. Is that stepdad bike? Oh my, that bike! Wow, yeah. Enough said. That was a gorgeous bike. And somebody in Orlando, I want to say it was Orlando. He sounded like a cool dude on the phone too. He's a happy guy. He's definitely a happy guy, and who wouldn't be? I mean, come on. But like I said, tons of bikes, tons of great people, tons of great everything. So If you don't donate, who cares? Just come by. If you can't come by, who cares? You know what I mean? But it would be awesome if you could. Like, who cares? As in, nobody's going to throw shame your way or a shadow or anything. It's all good. It's all good. But it'd be awesome if you could. If you can't, no problem. Just telling somebody, like Josh always says too, just telling somebody. I doubt it, but dude, just in case you're watching, guy Matt, that of course I'm horrible with names, but I think he said Memphis, Tennessee. Fingers crossed, Nazi threads. Met him down at John's Pass. Cool dude. Come over and talk to me while I was sitting on the shadow and having some fresh air. And I don't know, wanted to take a picture or a souvenir or something. I don't remember, but I told him definitely come down. You know, just to spread the word, just to drop that name. Because if I'm not mistaken, one of their goals is to have Forgotten Angels in every state, all over the place. Everybody knows there needs to be something like that everywhere. It definitely needs to be. I mean, there's not another David and Cindy out there. I'm positive of that. But there's definitely a bunch of great people or bad people doing good things. I don't know. Either way, whatever y'all can do it, man. Smile. I don't know. Do a burnout. Do some donuts in the middle of the street. Whatever. Just whatever makes you happy. Whatever's fun. But try to come to the camp out. Try. Either way, that's everything. Well, I'm probably forgetting stuff, but I got to call her, and it's got to be the process and the appointment and bad. So it's not going to be super fast, and not that I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm not expecting this by any means, but that'll be cool if we can get to that point. I think that'll definitely be a benefit, but whether it's too much for my own good or not, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going and try to just any way I can, anything, tipping towards that green more than the red, unless it's the RPM gauge, then, Anywho, long story long. Thank y'all for coming by, like I said, and if you can, really appreciate it. Man, woman, whoever, share it, tell, this goofy son of a gun, whatever. I appreciate it. And every one of y'all I've met and talked to, I don't regret 1 second of it. So if I can keep going with that, then it's got to be some kind of good. So before I make this too bad, and if I keep this under 40 minutes, I should be doing all right. Not to drive y'all too crazy with that. But I don't think there's anything. I know there's something I'm forgetting, but I can't remember much. But yeah, everything's going good. Besides, you can't tell. I'm super tired. Little man definitely still wakes up a couple times in the morning. Especially with that right hook at 3:30 in the morning. Oh, man, I could have sworn that Rocky just jumped in bed all of a sudden. But at least it was my own son, I guess. Anywho, till the next time, y'all, love every one of y'all, especially every one of y'all that I can meet, talk to, be around, surround. Appreciate it. If you understand what I mean, I appreciate it. Till the next time, Crash out.